everyone. My name is Kay King, correspondent here at the Reality Rundown, and you're watching Reality Right After. Tonight, joining me, I have reality TV star in the making, new member of the Bravo family, as well as the star of the new hit show, Kandi and the Gang. Brian Redmond is here in the building, you guys. Hi! How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate your time. Thank you for giving us
Oh,
this
thanks for having me.
interview. And hopefully, we have some fun and we learn some things about you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to just dive right into it because I'm a,
Okay.
straight shooter. Okay.
All
So,
right now.
so seeing that you're a new reality TV star and this is all new to you, how have things been since filming and now that the show is starting to air?
Oh my goodness. First of all, it's really surreal. I really cannot believe it. Um, it's been a 4-year journey from when Todd first came to me with everything, and I am just ecstatic that it's finally here. We've had a lot of hiccups, a lot of obstacles, but we finally made it. And so, high anxiety is all I can say. Always overwhelmed because life is changing ever so quickly. I'm just being honest. But, it takes me a few days to adapt and I get with the program and keep it pushing. But it's
That's
very
right.
new.
Awesome, awesome. Listen, I know that it's just going to be nothing but great things and great
Yeah.
opportunities from here on out for you. And so, listen, I have to know this, and I'm pretty sure that our audience wants to know this as well. How long have you worked for Kandi, and how is she as a boss?
I've worked, I was there before we actually opened. So 5 years now. Yeah. And we wasn't even two stores. We was just one store then. Her as a boss, she is what you see is what you get. What you see on TV is exactly her. Very laid back, very loyal, very understanding. She ain't gonna take no stuff though, you know. But she's that girl. She really is. What you see is what you get. And I'm not just saying that because I work with her, but I have seen her on camera, off camera, everywhere, and she's literally the same exact person.
Well, that's good to know. Sometimes you see people on reality TV and you like, oh, I wonder how they are off air. So that's good to know that she's the
Right.
same person, on and off the camera. Listen, I'm pretty sure it's probably like a roller coaster, working for her. She's such a boss, and so I'm glad, to hear that everything is well, and that she's a great boss. All
Yeah.
right. So we're gonna get into the next question. Some of these questions now we're gonna start digging a little deeper.
Okay.
During this show, we see that you opened up about having struggles with drugs and alcohol. How were you able
Okay.
to overcome that, and how do you feel today?
Did that air yet, or you just know you got some other?
You see me winking.
Oh my, she has connections. Yes, definitely my struggle with that. Of course, at first they were like, "Oh, it's the drinking, it's the drinking, it's drinking." Drinking was a part of it, but before the drugs, I drank like a normal person. Go out and go home, get up, and start your day the next morning.
Mhm.
My journey with the drugs started, and everything completely went left. So like normally you go out to a club, whatever, you could drink one, two drinks, and you're good. You go home, and you're good, maybe three, four. Well, imagine when you're high on cocaine and meth and pills and things like that, you know, four drinks or five, six, seven drinks makes you feel like one. And you don't even realize your tolerance going through the roof. And you're like, well, I could drink 45 drinks and I'm good. And that's not really the case. You just have some help with your substance. And so what began to happen is I began to wake up doing cocaine because I used to call it my wake up. I wake up to feel normal. I would do it all throughout the day and do it at night, go to sleep for an hour and a half, get up, do it all over again. And my schedule then, I was off Monday through Thursday, but I did 40 hours in 3 days. So I worked doubles Friday,
Wow.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So imagine, and then we go out and party after a 15-hour shift. So I would be up literally from Friday night all the way until Monday morning. And I sleep a little bit on Monday, but then during the week, I start partying too, because now I just got free time on my hands
Right.
during the week. Weekend comes, I know I got to get to work, so I'm really calling the dope man. Come on, bring it all, bring it all. I used to have him coming to the job and everything.
Mhm.
And so, but one thing about me, I just keep it real. I'm very honest and very
We love that.
transparent because I think my story can really help a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And When you're honest, honey, can't nobody say nothing.
Ain't nobody say nothing. Listen, when you tell your story, can't nobody tell your story for you.
Can't
I love
nobody tell
that.
it for you.
Yes, I love that. Well, we definitely, like I said, are on this journey with you. We can't wait to learn, more about you. Again, we appreciate you sharing, that part because sometimes, like I said, some people, want to hold things back, and we're happy to
Right.
hear that you want to put it all out there. Like you said, you never know how
Yeah.
your story can help somebody else.
Chaplain. Chaplain.
All right. So now we're gonna move on. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna start talking about like some work dynamics.
Okay.
Um, is so when Brandon told you to make drinks, while Dawn was, on her way, is that something that bothered you? Did you feel as a manager that Brandon should have been aware of like maybe your boundaries and not make you make drinks if he knew that this was something that was in your background?
For me, like I said before, my problem was really the drugs. Now, had he asked me, to move that coke to the side of the bar, then that would
Right,
have been a little different. A little
right.
bit. The drink, wasn't really the issue, and we always help each other out anyway. So, I didn't feel nothing about it. Only thing I felt, which was, can I say effed up? I know we can't cuss or something. I'm trying to watch it as I go,
That
okay?
well, effed up is good too.
Hey, man, because they come out every now and then. But it
Listen,
was really effed up how he was sitting, his black ASS there, and he just sitting there eating and talking, Burn, can you do this and that? But mind you, just the day before, he had just told me I can't sit at the bar, I can't do this, but he's sitting right in front of me eating food as he always does. And he just literally is like, "Can you make this drinks for the customer?" I'm just like, what are you? I wasn't even thinking about the whole, what I've been through aspect. I was just thinking as you as a manager, supposed to be able to dive in and do it. Instead, you want to sit there and eat lamb all day. So that was my issue with that laziness. Don't want to do
gotcha.
nothing. And then, your girlfriend is on the way to work. She's an hour too late, and you're just fine with it. Let somebody else do it. It's a whole problem. So that was
Okay.
my problem. That was my problem with that.
Gotcha. And I can definitely understand that. Listen, we all have, managers and coworkers that we work with. And sometimes it's like, how are you getting away with all this stuff? And if I do it, it's like a whole nother story. So
Right. I
totally
mean,
understand that.
it's a big joke to me because I've been there before. All of them. I've been through about 75,000 managers. I mean, but my to me, it's like a family business, even
Right.
though I don't own nothing. The biggest thing is we dive in. If you need a drink, I will dive in and do that. If you need me to go back there and fry some chicken, I will get back there and fry some chicken.
Okay, now.
If you need me to sweep, I will sweep. If the bathroom is, well, I ain't gonna do the bathroom part, but I know who to go get. I know who to go get to clean that toilet. You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it's definitely, where you see something that's lacking, you do it. And with Brandon being there, you're like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just thinking about the betterment of the business and I want the
Business.
customers to
Yep.
have, the guests to have the best experience possible.
Awesome. I love that way of thinking. Like I said, I think that that's probably why you've been there and worked for Kandi for so long. You seem like you
Hello.
have a very positive attitude when it comes to, working and keeping her businesses in
Yeah,
alignment.
I'm a
So
Virgo.
I
Take
like
care of
that.
business first.
I know that's right. So talk to us about some of your personal aspirations and your life outside of OLG because we hear that you are a singer.
Oh my. Did you hear
Hmm.
that?
Yes, we did.
I would say, or I've been called definitely a Renaissance man. And sometimes it's hard when you can do so many things at one time, but however, you have to focus on the one at a time. So somebody want me to sing today and then do comedy tomorrow and then cook the day after that. And then it's kind of hard to get, when you placing so many hats on it, you can see throughout I have a lot of hats, wigs, toupees, all kind of stuff. I'm always like, what's the lady, the shapeshifter for
That's why,
X-Men?
listen, I'm everybody. Listen, Whitney Houston, I'm everyone.
I'm everybody.
Yes, I know that's right. Listen, I feel you. I'm kind of like that too, wear many hats, but listen, I think that, that makes us who we are.
Yeah,
And we can't wait to, see what you're going to bring and what hats you're going to be wearing on the
right.
show.
Hello. I can't even
Um,
remember how many.
no worries. I'm going to count them for you and then I'm going to hit you up and tell
Okay.
you how many
Just
hats you was wearing.
yeah, just DM me, child.
Yeah, I am. Now, I think that it is important to know the LB, excuse me, LGBTQ. LGBTQ representation in this show, specifically in the Black community, right?
Hmm.
And we need to definitely see more of this. I think it certainly needs to be more on TV for us to see, like, normal life. So tell us why you think that the representation is important specifically for the Black community.
Did you think I was gay, Kat? I'm
Listen,
not.
I'm just asking
I'm
a
just
question.
playing.
I'm
I'm
just
just
asking a
kidding.
question.
I'm just kidding. What they call me a sugarfoot. I'm the biggest sugarfoot out there. But I think it's great to finally start seeing it on TV in this way. Normally, we're the like the standby or the best friend or the one you go out with. We're usually the add-on, the accessory. We're never really
Hmm.
the actually star of the show.
That's right.
And so I'm very much so happy to see it. I think it is about time. I think
Pastime.
I feel like a lot of networks, if you really look from afar, have been scared to do it. They don't know how it's gonna, reflect. I'm like, if you see it in real life happening, and now you see it in numbers and on other shows, hey RuPaul, then why not try it? A risk. It's called taking a risk,
Absolutely.
and the
Absolutely.
risk is coming with some good results behind it. So it's about time. I'm glad they dived in and just went all the way and said, hey, you know what? Let's do it.
Absolutely. Listen, I always feel like TV should reflect what we see in our everyday lives, right? Like I
Yeah.
can go outside, whatever I see, I should be able to come home and watch those same stories on the TV. So I
I
love it.
mean, you're right. And it's not a man against woman type thing, but what I'm trying
Right.
to say is that the people high up there, the women and all them, we the ones doing their hair, we the ones doing their makeup, we the one putting them in clothes and in
Come on now.
girls. Ah.
Come out.
And so why not us also be the one, sitting in front of the light,
I agree. I
cameras and
definitely agree.
action.
That's right. Exactly. I definitely agree. Like you said, in the past, it's been more of a accessory. I love how you had, how you said that because that's
Yeah,
honestly, how it was. But I'm glad that now, it's in the forefront. We're actually getting to see, stars, right? Not
right,
just, background and feelings and things like that. Like, listen,
right,
everybody has a story to tell and it should be told live
right.
and living color and then front street. So
Yes, indeed.
yes, now we got to know you a little bit. We're gonna kind of play a little game. It's called the Shady Truth. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
so get ready. So this
Hold your
game,
mule.
right? Listen, right. Take a drink if you need a drink before we get
Okay.
started. Right. All right. So this game, due to the fact that you are now, like I said, becoming a reality TV star in the making, we're
Hmm.
sure that you are around a lot of shade, and it's probably even prior to becoming a reality TV star that you were
Definitely.
around a lot of shade. So with that being said, like I said, we're gonna play this game called the
Okay.
Shady Truth. I'm gonna ask you some questions about your coworkers, and
Okay.
all we want you to do is to tell us the shady truth. Okay?
Oh, you see, I want to show my mug where I'm
Oh
at.
yes. Okay. I love
Torn
it.
got
I
the
love
tug. Torn
mugs.
got the tug one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love
Who
mugs,
are
so you can't go
we?
wrong. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Who is always on time for their shift?
Torn.
Okay.
Torn be early, child.
See, listen, I'm a Pisces, and they say that we're always late, and it's kind of true. So with
Really?
that, yes, with
Yeah.
that being
Philip
said,
is a Pisces.
now see the
Oh
men
my.
Pisces. Look, that must have been the men Pisces. That we be on here all day talking about that, but
Okay.
okay. Who is always late to their shit?
Dom, child.
Well, listen, you said it,
And
not
Sean
me.
and Chandrika.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but Dom be like an hour late.
Oh, now who would you say is the most helpful on the clock?
Helpful, I would say Torn.
So okay, all right, we like it. We like it. Who would you say is the least helpful on the clock?
Chandrika
Oh,
and Brandon.
well, Who would you say is always on their phone?
Chandrika. Yeah, she just sit in
Okay.
the store all day, just clicking and clacking.
Clicking and clacking. Is there a phone policy? Like, do y'all have a phone policy where you can't pull it out at work or?
Yes, but not for real.
Okay. Listen, I feel like that's all jobs. So, like, I work at a corporate job as well as doing the reality rundown, and yeah, they say we can't have our phones, but sometimes I, sneak it out.
Yeah, no.
You know how that goes. Now, who would you say is always getting in trouble?
um, Nobody really gets in trouble. It used to be me, but nobody really out of us really be getting in trouble now.
Gotcha. Okay. So did Candy have to like crack the whip and get y'all around and that maybe that's how everybody is kind of like not getting in trouble or
I'm
is it just
gonna be
ladies?
honest. I'm gonna be honest. No,
Okay.
Philip really started cracking the whip on a lot of stuff,
Gotcha.
and it's really the back of the house that he been getting on. Really, that kitchen. It's really who he been getting on. But we've been pulling it together,
Okay.
and we
Absolutely.
just want to understand, what's going on and where we're going. So when he came in with these changes, it was a lot of we were trying to block a lot of it because we just thought he was gonna be gone in 2 weeks. Okay.
Right. Because that's okay. You said that was y'all were used to. So.
Right. So it was just like,
Mhm.
okay, don't try to implement something and it be like what's them fake tattoos you can pull off in 2 weeks and then
Right. Right.
like
And somebody else coming in making their own changes.
yeah, and we've seen that so many times and we'd be like, girl, walk on by, okay.
Definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. So I think I already know the answer to this, but we're going to ask anyway. Who are you the closest to?
Torn, of course.
Yeah, when you said the other mug, I said I already know the answer to that one.
And Shadrika actually, she's been coming over the house more and stuff like that. We've gotten a lot closer like the last year and a half
Cool. All
as
right.
well.
Let's.
But you know how some married people, Josh, she almost married.
hmm they always be like, "Oh, don't hang out when you married. You can't hang out with your single friends."
Yeah, it
I'm
really
like,
changes things.
it does. It does. Who would you say out of everyone, who would you like to know better? Like, who's somebody that you haven't really spent as much time with, but you would like to get to know them better?
Philip,
Okay.
to be honest, because I hear that like outside of work, he's chill, he's laid back, he has fun. But when we have gone out as like a group or whatever, I'd be somewhere doing my own thing.
Right.
He's just so kind of rigid at work. He's just not my type of people.
Gotcha. So
I would
when
like to
y'all
see
go,
that other side of him.
right, gotcha. Okay. So when y'all go out, he does go out with you guys.
Yeah, he'll pop in
Good.
like a plant,
Okay.
and
Not like a
then
plant.
and then he's gone. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to keep an eye on y'all while y'all out. You think that's what
I'll
it
be
is?
37 this year. I don't need nobody to keep an eye on me.
All right now. Listen, you say I done been there, done that. I know how to conduct myself
Right.
in public. I
And
hear
that's a
you.
fact.
All right, last question.
Okay.
If you had, or if you were the boss, let me say this. If you were the boss and you could fire anyone on, anyone that's working at the OLG, at the old lady
Branded.
living. Mm, all right, now. Now, is there
Or more
what?
so change his position. How about that?
Okay, I like that because sometimes as managers we do have to
Because
kind of see
everybody
where
needs their
people look for
job,
raises.
honey.
Listen, if the gas going up, inflation is just out the roof. Yeah, let's just try to
Hello?
put him in another position. So if you could put him in another position, where would you put him
Dishes.
at? Not the dishes,
Hello?
honey. They get to the back, do them dishes. That's all you need to do. Oh gosh. Well, listen, he still got a job, so can't complain if that's what your job is. So, well, we appreciate it. Listen, that's the end of the game. No more shady truth. We appreciate all your answers. We appreciate you, for being here. We also want to say to our audience, thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you like, subscribe, to this channel. We are always here giving you exclusive interviews, exclusive content. We are here each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget to set your clocks, okay? Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do your social media, Instagram, wherever you do your social media. Make sure that you hit that like button because we want you to keep in contact with everything that we're doing. Brian, it was a pleasure to get to know you.
Thank you,
like
Kay.
I said, I know that there's nothing but big things coming for you from this, and we are excited to have you a part of the Bravo family. And, you know, we're going to keep our eyes out on you.
All right. Don't get blinded by the light.
Listen, you know what they say, you got to put your shades on, honey. I'm going to put them on. I'm going to say, listen, that's a star.
2 pairs. Put on 2 pairs.
That's right. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you again for
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, this was fun. All right. Good night.